Welcome back to the Inner Alchemist TV. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look into Latisha Scott of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I know you guys think this lady is a snooze fest, but after that beautician lady or makeup artist, whatever it is, came out with her little story, I decided I would go ahead and look in the cards because it was ironic. I had just seen a clip of Marital saying they was worth like $17 million. And then I'm listening to this story about this beautician lady, and I'm like, all right, like what the hell? Like that doesn't even match up. You know what I mean? I assume there are some rich people who are stingy. I just don't know if these are the ones. I will never understand rich people who are stingy. I just don't get it. But to each his own. With the makeup artist, the thing that I owned in on was the part where she was saying, yeah, we used to clock in and, basically get paid that way. But then they switched it to where they give the cast a base rate and then the cast pays for their people out of pocket. And y'all know where my mind went. Pyramid scheme. Because that definitely kind of confirms my theory of people getting paid a base rate, and then whatever they're able to secure within that budget, they keep whatever's off the top. You know what I mean? So if I need to shoot my cousin $50 to be a part of my scene, or this makeup artist $50 to do my makeup, even though I have a $10,000 budget, I only spent $100, so I'm keeping that $9,900. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. I don't think that's the behavior of rich people per se. But it definitely shows the little ghetto ratchetness that's going on this show. Each of them seem to have their own relationships with production or their own production crews that follow them to film various scenes and at various times, and then they come piecemeal it together. I'm kind of seeing how this is working a little bit, because I saw when they was like having an argument at Destiny Shop or something like that, one of the producers, he was like, my crew, let's go, my production crew, let's go. And I was like, okay, so they each have their own individual crews to follow them and to manage them per set. You know what I mean? So which means that they're also shooting their money to their own people who are part of their storylines, or doing their makeup or styling their clothes or whatever. Latisha be looking good. So the lady is obviously good at what she does. You guys know I think Latisha is very, very pretty. But nonetheless, I wanted to look in the cards. I think for these people who are coming, giving up the tea on these shows, I don't know. For me, I think they just trying to get in on this YouTube shit. That's how I see it. I think that they should be have to give up that ass first, meaning you gonna peddle your story on the platforms that are already existing first before your shit gets promoted. You know what I mean? Because when I listen to them, sometimes they don't even be really saying nothing or giving nothing up. They just, unless either they don't know a lot or they just like feeding people fluff, you know what I mean? Or just they saying a bunch of nothing. And I'm like, okay, what's the tea? Okay, what is the real tea? And so from that perspective, it just looks like they're here hustling, which, hey, it is what it is. But in my opinion, you should have to buy into the platforms that are existing, and then you earn your way. That's how I see it as far as they are concerned. But they seem to be like jumping off the porch like, oh, I'm exposing, and it's like, y'all ain't exposing what? Like, what did you expose at the end of the day? That you accepted $50 for a makeup job? I don't get it. But anyways, those are just my opinions. This spread honestly had nothing to do with that. I was opening the spread looking for some money. I was looking for some money problems, some money issues, something like that. Nothing about money came up. Other than there is a bad news about, I think they lost a business. The Nine of Cups is here. Sometimes I can refer to alcohol, and I took that as maybe they got some bad news about some financing or some foreclosure on their business. I know they have a bar. Simply because I have the Ten of Pentacles And the Page of Wands is in reverse, which represents bad news in business. And then I have the Nine of Cups, and that represents kind of alcohol, and it's in reverse. So this is like a stroke of bad fortune in business. So I think that something's going on with their little restaurant and bar thing. Other than that, there's no money cards. Everything is talking about this marriage. I knew when I seen Latisha and Marital acting like this power couple that she was being love bombed. I think I talked about that a few months ago. And this reading is coming off as Marital doing some type of like damage control. He's coming in as the King of Cups in reverse. Not only is this bad business decisions, but it's also clarified by the Three of Swords in reverse. So Marital definitely got caught dealing with somebody else, or he got caught in a lie pertaining to another woman, because I have the Queen of Wands here in reverse. Now, initially when I saw this Queen of Wands, I was wondering who it was, because I didn't pick up Latisha's energy off of it, but I didn't necessarily get other woman energy off of it too. So I clarified it, and the Hermit card came up. So this is a older woman with the Queen of Wands in reverse, an older vindictive woman. But the Page of Swords is also in reverse. So this is someone who's gossiping and spreading news. I immediately got the sense that this had something to do with Wanda, Latisha's mother, because it's an older woman, and we know that she's in the business of gossip because she does so on her YouTube channel, right? Now, this is coming in as her with this Hermit card, wanting people to see things her way. There's something that she thinks she knows about the situation that she's trying to get people to understand, but for the most part, she's being kept at an arm's length. And so I'm feeling like a lot of the stuff that she's saying, she's just improvising, but that she doesn't really know what's going on between Latisha and Marital right now. There's something that they're keeping away from her, or something that's being hidden from her. And I think that Latisha maybe hasn't told her about this situation with Marital and this other person. There could be some kids involved. There's kids here. There's also the Empress in reverse. This could be like another family in a way. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying that according to the tarot, it could be, because they have the Moon and the Lover's card here. And this is some deep secrets in their marriage. Secrets that are kind of fear-based, or secrets that you turn away from because you don't want to know, because they're too mentally disturbing, or they're too dark, you know what I mean, for it to come out, or even to be talked about in any type of way. Now, I show that for the most part, Wanda is trying to create her own brand, but I feel like she's also trying to use something about their situation to do it, or use them in some type of way to do it. And like I said, because of that, Latisha has been guarding her, or keeping her out of their marital issues or their business. So that showed up for her. Now, the King of Cups in reverse, this is somebody that, for one, is emotionally unavailable, which I think Marital is when it comes to that relationship. But in addition, with the Three of Swords being here, they could be becoming detached because they have something else going on. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a possibility now with the Three of Swords in reverse that they could be recovering from his being caught cheating, or him doing some lies or something. There's something where he covered up some big lie. And within their household, it looks like they're trying to like recover from that, or they're trying to like mend fences because of that. There's a lot of hurt and a lot of pain on Latisha's part. And I feel like Marital is doing kind of like, I don't want to say like kissing up, but he's doing a lot to try to reconcile that, or like, I'm getting more like restitution feeling, like somebody's trying to like make it up to somebody a lot. He wants to clear the air. I feel like he's trying to accept responsibility for his choices. I feel like they're out of the stage where he was lying, but he's still lying. She just doesn't know, because the Moon is in the background with the Lover's card. This is an unconscious, or this is things that are moving the situation that nobody can see. But up front in her face, he's taking accountability for something, because I think he was caught in a lie. And so it's almost like he was fessing up to that. but he's not telling the whole story. I don't know if that's about some kids though, because I have the Ten of Swords and the Six of Cups, and that can represent a betrayal or something that has to do with somebody having some kids and it being a betrayal. With this Three of Swords, it would be like heartbreak because of that. The Three of Swords also represents some type of inner pain and jealousy. You know what I mean? That Latisha may not be expressing, because this is like a secret that they're holding together. So I don't know if she's like responsible for maintaining like some type of image or holding some type of airs, but she's just as complicit in covering up for Marital as he is in lying to her. So in a way, does that kind of make them both liars if you think about it? I always say that a woman, loyalty starts with you. Even when it comes down to people telling your secrets in your business, you're disloyal to yourself when you tell them your secret in the first place. You know what I mean? So carrying that to this situation, you're disloyal to yourself when you're holding this man in a high honor, even though he's dishonoring you. And I'm not saying you need to publicly come out and shame your husband. I don't believe in that either. I think that's a sin, personally. But this inner pain, this is her lying to herself, and that's considered disloyal. So once you do that and that manifestation takes root, then everything in your life starts to look like that lie. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the overall energy for the spread was the Seven of Swords, which is not only about lying, but it's about strategically getting away with something. You know what I mean? And so I feel like part of his strategy is to involve her in his actions and make her, what do you call it, like complicit, like a co-conspirator, meaning that if he comes out to be a lie, she also comes out to be a lie. So now they're both invested as a strategy to hold in this lie together for their family. You know what I mean? So she has to hold his lie to protect her own reputation, and that's how he has her tied up in this I don't know. It's like I said, it's abuse of the worst sort. Listen, go on the Inner Alchemist. I gotta plug myself, y'all. In the love and attraction sector, there's an alchemizer called Confession, and this water sprayed before you join a conversation with somebody will make sure that truth and honesty permeates during that conversation. It's how you get a confession out of somebody. So if you guys find yourselves in the same situation, then you can try this. But with this King of Cups in reverse, this is no doubt that Marital is being a double dealer. He's being a double dealer. Latisha feels like she is heartbroken, and that maybe, I don't know if, I don't want to say some pain is like driving her crazy. But I feel like her mind is very confused by what's going on. Because now her Empress is in reverse, and the Empress can sometimes, I don't know, the Empress in reverse can be mean. You know, sometimes she can lash out at her kids. She can be very short with people, very anti-woman, right? But it's as a result of her own inner pain that she's hiding from people. You know what I mean? While she's pretending something is cool, but it's not cool, right? To clarify that even further, the Devil card is here. So this means that Latisha's in a state where she's given too much of herself, over expending herself, and now she's like developing some type of toxic attitude. But this is amongst women and amongst friend groups, etc. And I feel like because of issues, she has a Devil and the Lovers. This represents a toxic codependent bond. But again, I believe that codependency is that her and Marital, they're not Bonnie and Clyde. Could be like Thelma and Louise, but they have like a type of codependency that's based on secrets or a pact. You know what I mean? To hide each other's secrets. I didn't say Bonnie and Clyde because it's not relationship wise. It's more like in the interest of being homies. You know what I mean? So I feel like they have a relationship where they're friends first. But I also feel like Latisha was, I don't know, she's a part of like a toxic relationship. Groomed is becoming a strong word, and it's making me not want to use it, just like narcissism. But I also feel like she was groomed into accepting less out of this relationship, into not prioritizing her needs, and to not taking care of herself with this Empress card in reverse. Marital with this King of Cups, it's almost like he does a lot of talking, but he doesn't have genuine feelings when he's dealing with her, whether he's expressing remorse or whether he's expressing attraction or desire. He knows the right words to say, but at the same time, he's two-faced. You know what I mean? And he's unfaithful. You know what I mean? And honestly, I think that may involve children. We have the Six of Cups with the Ten of Swords. Like I said, that's betrayal. Then you have the Page of Pentacles. That's another card of a child. And then you have also that's clarified by the Four of Pentacles in the hopes and fears. And the Four of Pentacles is in reverse. Maybe Latisha is hoping. Maybe they could even be figuring out a way for this to go away. I don't know if there's involving like some type of monetary thing that he may be giving to, I don't want to say like paying the other person off or giving some type of like, sorry about that. I don't know why my phone be ringing during my readings all of a sudden. I feel like I'm being sabotaged up out here because I'm normally able to be having on check, and now all of a sudden it's, whatever. But I feel like there's some type of support or something that they're trying not to give maybe to this other person, or either that or they may be trying to like make this person go away in some type of way by like telling them something like it ain't no money here or something like that. Like maybe they feel like somebody's having a baby because of money and they're trying to like be selfish, or he's trying to be selfish or something. It looks like there's something with another person to me though, where there's a child involved or a potential child involved, and they're like trying to tell the person like you ain't getting nothing out of me, whether the person is coming for money or not. It's like a vibe of some type of selfishness towards a child. Now this is in hopes and fears, so I don't know if this is a fear that Latisha has or a hope that she has that Marital turns his back on this child or figures out how to make it go away. And then it's like saying the way that he may choose to do that is by being like, like trying to tell the person like you ain't gold digging off of me, I ain't giving you shit or something like that. The Four of Pentacles in reverse is very selfish. It's a very you ain't getting shit from me type of person. You know what I mean? But I feel like whatever this lie was though, with this Moon card and this Lovers card playing in the background, there's something that's pushing this lie to the forefront. And right now, I think they're keeping it under wraps. I think they're keeping it between the two of them. And Latisha is complicit in covering that up. But I don't even know if it's going to come out in some type of way. I don't even know who could bring it out. So I can't even really say that. You know what I mean? Latisha's very uncomfortable though. The Empress card is here in reverse as well. And this is her card, or what she's coming in as, but the Empress represents an unwanted pregnancy. And I don't know, you guys say that he had a vasectomy, and it's clarified by the Devil card. If you're saying that he had a vasectomy, then this is making me wonder whose unwanted pregnancy it is. You know what I mean? And again, with that Empress in reverse, clarified by this Devil, the Devil card is somebody making excuses for somebody, or somebody refusing to admit to out loud how bad things are between them and a person. And I've seen in the past where they try to like maintain like this united front, and that may be something that Latisha was groomed into, quote unquote, and believing that she is a co-conspirator or complicit with Marital, whatever his name is, right? That's truly what I'm seeing in a lot of different ways. I also feel like Marital, he played this toxic game with her, where he points out things about her mother that her mother has a keen insight on. I know Wanda is the way she is, don't get me wrong, but with this Hermit card, she has a lot of wisdom. And Marital with the Empress and the Devil card, he convinced Latisha that her mother was something that she doesn't want to be. So it's making her deny the wisdom of her mother. I'm not saying that she openly treats her mother like an enemy, but she treats her mother's programming in her mind like an enemy to her marriage. And she's going out of her way to prove to Marital that she's not like her mother. And it's neutralized her defenses or disabled her defense from the perspective of now she's so busy trying to prove to him she's not like her mother that she's not using the features of her mother, which are required in this situation, to stand up for herself. You know what I mean? So he took that away by ostracizing her mother or pointing her mother out in some type of way that made Latisha feel like she was not supposed to exhibit any of her qualities. So even though her mother's spirit dwells in her, with this Empress in reverse and this Devil card, and with that King of Cups is very sneaky. He's a person that he plays a lot, and he's disloyal. You know what I mean? And so, and with that Hermit card, that Queen of Wands, which is her mother. Now her mother is here. Her mother is a social climber with that Queen of Wands. But her mother has a more vindictive streak to her strength that Latisha could have benefited from in a lot of instances, but she's been conditioned to not be anything like her mother. You know what I mean? The Empress in reverse is a very negative connotation on femininity. It's like somebody that's being overly superficial or trying to play up to their vanity, but they're putting on airs because they're trying to cover up with this Devil card. They're trying to cover up the real tea that's going down. You know what I mean? And it's some shit that's going down in between them. She's being extravagant. I don't know if she's having like a emotional response to what's going on and she's overspending. That's one of my bad habits. I'll be honest. Sometimes I can do some, like, I don't want to say binge spending, but sometimes I can get in a mood and what they call it, like retail therapy. Sometimes I do retail therapy, but I don't know if with this Devil card, it's kind of making me feel like, is Latisha not only doing retail therapy, but like trying to run his money into the ground as a way of like payback, or does he thing and then compensate her with money or something like that, like to make up, you know how some guys like give a woman money to like get out of the doghouse, I guess. I don't know. Some women go for that. Me, no. The only thing that's going to get you out of the doghouse is, one, a confession. Not a confession so much as a very poignant statement of accountability where you show me without any prompting from me that you understand where you went wrong, how it made me feel, what happened. I need you to demonstrate that you understand the situation, because it's rarely about the surface level actions. It's always about deeper implications. And without me giving the nigga a clue and he come up with all of that on his own, then yeah, I might think of you. Other than that, you can forget it. You can keep your money. Like, listen, I'm so stubborn. I'd rather go to the church for money than get it from your ass. If you did something bad to me, I don't want nothing to do with you. My friends would laugh if they heard me say that, because people think I'm that stubborn. Whereas, you know, women these days, especially in social media, they're like, men gonna be who they are. All you can do is hit them in their pocket. And it's like, bitch, my soul ain't worth a damn thing a nigga got in his pockets. Period, point blank. Like, but some women can stand that, you know what I mean? And sometimes, yeah, I do feel like, okay, maybe you're living in delusion. Like, if this is what's going to happen anyway, you may as well get something out of it. But to me, the something out of it isn't worth it. It's just creating a soul tie and a bind and further binding me to something that I could just choose differently about. You know what I mean? I don't have to be bound to somebody's money. That's not how I'm compensated. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, no, you got to pay. I need respect. Like, it's not me. You know what I mean? But I do understand the mind frame behind understanding that people are who they are and you may as well get something out of it. That's if you choose to barter your soul in that way, because you get something out of it, but you're changing the essence of who you are in the process. You know what I mean? This Judgment and this Eight of Cups is here. These are both in reverse. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Judgment and the Eight of Cups upright. This is like somebody going over something. You know what I mean? Like, to see where they went wrong. But I'm taking it as Marital, like he trying to like retrace his set. He trying to cover his tracks. Upright, you can look at it like you retracing your steps a little bit to see like if you got like all your ducks in a row or your lies covered up. But I don't feel like you're retracing your steps. I feel like you're covering your tracks. And again, even though he's come forthright about something that he lied about, there's still something that he's hiding. And I think it's this other, I think there's a kid. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think there's a kid. I think there's a Queen of Wands here in reverse and the Empress in reverse. These are two women. These are two different women. Now, yeah, I feel like that Queen of Wands was clarified by the Hermit. I feel like that was an older woman that could represent Wanda. But looking at it in relationship to the rest of the spread, meaning the Three of Swords is here, King of Cups is here. Then you look to the right, near future, you see that Queen of Wands. You look at the outcome, you see the Six of Cups and the Ten of Swords. You was betrayed by somebody having a family or a kid with another woman, period. And this is something that with this Moon card and this Lovers card, you guys are complicitly trying to hide together. I don't know. I'm securing that. Unless they trying to hide this bar situation. Like I said, in the external environment, this another situation with a kid, right? 10 of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. This is bad news. This could represent you walking away from a family or choosing not to be involved, choosing not to participate in your external environment. 9 of Cups is in reverse, right? Either this is you choosing not to participate in an outside family that you created, because the 10 of Pentacles represents an estrangement, right? 10 of Pentacles in reverse represents estranged family, but then you have that with the Page. That's an estranged child, right? If it's not that, then the Page of Wands also represents bad news. The 10 of Pentacles also represents foreclosure or a closed business or something like that. Then you have the 9 of Cups, like I said, that could represent drinking or a bar. That's the magic of the tarot, is there's like 1,000 different meanings for a card at a given moment. And it's like you looking at the puzzle and trying to figure out what belongs where. You know what I mean? That's where the reader comes in at. When you talk about, is a reader real or fake or good or bad? You can't really be a fake reader. The cards come with guidebooks, like, but can you look at the sequence and the puzzles and the symbolism and the experiences from your own life and your intuition and multi-interpreted different things going on at different... Nah, you need help for that. You need incense. You need invocations. You need to talk to some spirits to give you accuracy. Like, it's hard to do, and it's a skill. That's why it's called a gift, you know? Whereas psychics, you can get psychic downloads. I have psychic abilities, but I'm not a psychic. I'm not a practicing psychic. I'm a practicing tarot reader, but because of my astrology, I have psychic abilities, because damn near all of my planets are in the 12th house, which is the house of the unconscious, right? And that's why sometimes I'll get downloads. Like when I said Carlos scrambling for the editors, I didn't pull cards. Everybody's like, where's the spread? I didn't do a spread. I just got the information. You know what I mean? I just saw it. You know what I mean? So there's something like that. Whereas tarot, you pull a spread, it may not have anything to do with that. You know what I mean? It just shows you something totally different. And in this case, even though I was looking for some money issues with Latisha because of how little she was paying the makeup artist, I found all of this shit. They got a huge cover up. Right now, I don't see it coming out, though, because there's no cards of illumination. The Moon card is upright, which means that it's going to remain hidden. It's something that they're trying to stuff in the back of their mind. If you think about the moon as being like the dark, think about not being able to see in the dark, hidden things that are hidden, but that scare the shit out of you. You know what I mean? So this could be something that they fear. This could be part of what he's still hiding, because like I said, he came clean about something, and they're recovering from that. Something was found out, and they're putting their relationship back together about that. And then there's a whole nother element to the secret. It's some cold shit going on in this world, I'll tell you that. And I'm not even like anti Latisha and Marital. Like, I think he's a cool character. I think they're funny. I think Latisha's a cool chick. Wish the best for her, but I don't know, like he got her. I know exactly how he has her. He has her groomed to accept certain things. You know what I mean? And to be complicit. And I think that's the worst type of abuse, the one that you have to cover up for the person. You know what I mean? Not that you should out the person, but within your own mind, you're covering up and justifying their shit. You know what I mean? And in this case, it got something to do with a child. And I don't know, an estranged child, or like I said, yikes. Anyways, y'all can expect a little toxicity coming off Latisha because she going through some things. Maybe she can just feel it and intuit it, because the Empress, you're still the Empress even if you're in reverse. And the Empress in reverse is not, that's not a good that's not a good connotation or headspace for a woman to be in by any means. But at the same time, you can't deny your feelings or your intuition, because the Empress is the other aspect of the divine feminine energy. The first aspect would be the High Priestess. So it's here, it's just in reverse. And this is about basically sacrificing yourself, pretty much neglecting your own needs in the worst way, because you have the Devil card. You know what I mean? This is codependency. This is like your codependency causing you to sacrifice yourself. And like I said, with that Moon and that Lovers, your codependency is sacrificing yourself in a relationship, that because you're forced to keep secrets, and you do so as part of that codependent bond that you guys have between you. You know what I mean? So anyways, wishing Latisha all the best. Don't forget to check me out on Etsy, the Inner Alchemist. Link is in the comment section. Things I would recommend for this reading, it depends on what you want. If you're looking for a confession, I have confession water. If you're looking to reconcile hurt emotions, there's reconciliation water. There's things to strengthen your bond, because I can tell you, just as a reader, the majority of women who are going through problems with their men or their relationships, they're not trying to leave them. There's something that they want out of them, but leaving ain't it. You know what I mean? And maybe you just need to strengthen your relationship, or maybe you need to clear your own mind or take care of yourself in a better way. My products are inspired by the things that I see women go through and that I go through myself. You know what I mean? So yeah, check me out there. Don't forget to add spirituality to your self-care, whether it's alchemizer or your spiritual baths. That should be right up there with getting your nails done. You know what I mean? Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down in the comment. I wasn't expecting this, but it is what it is. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye. Oh, like the video. Did I tell y'all to like the video and subscribe? Like and subscribe. Hello, duh. All right, see you guys soon. Bye.